How do you make a living? How do you earn money?
I gained like 3 million in profit in one position.
How Asian traders work with meme coins?
The most money I made in crypto was because of Melania.
When people make money through your advice, you're a good guy. And when they lose money, you're a fag.
The real alpha chat is very hard to go inside. It's like invitation only.
Why majority of the influencers prefer to stay anonymous?
I think it's a bit dangerous.
Right now in South Korea, crypto is regarded as gambling.
Do you get paid by exchanges when customer that you have brought gets liquidated on perps? Guys, hello everyone. We are on a Korean Blockchain Week 2025. We are in Seoul, South Korea. And yesterday we have met with these very interesting guys. They work with marketing and with crypto. Today we're gonna ask them what do they do, how do they earn, how long they are in crypto, how do they look for projects to invest into. When it comes to trading and all other interesting things, South Korea is the strongest market in Asia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself, how long you are on the markets, what do you do, and what led you to cryptocurrency markets?
What basically happened was like my dad ran like an asset management company, and so since then I was like heavily influenced in and was interested in investment and all that. And it came 2021. I was just trading stocks on Nasdaq, but I heard like there's this thing called like Bitcoin and crypto that has way more volatility, and my fellow traders were gaining a lot more than what they were doing previously. So I started trading Bitcoins on different exchanges, started in 2021. And yeah, now I'm a pretty well-known trader and KOL in South Korea.
How about you, Mike?
Hello, I'm Tony, and I run a payback platform, and I'm top affiliate in major CX exchanges. Like Bybit, Binance, OKX, BitGet. So I started crypto when I was in my university. So I wanted to like be in the game because like everybody, my friends, my like family, everybody talked about crypto. It went like 10x, 100x. So I was curious like how this can happen, like because in stock exchange in Korea, like it doesn't go that high. Max is like 10x. So I was very curious about crypto, and I start trading, and I was like a future trader for 7 years since then. I've like gone long and short in many altcoins, major Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. So I was just like enjoying the market since then. So when I was like a trader, I paid too much fees to the exchanges. So that's why I started my own product. It was like a cashback model. That's why I tell my friends, like my friend traders, like to use this service. So I think that's like how I become engaged in crypto.
So you're developing a payback service, you have contracts with exchanges. So there is exchange, you, and the affiliate QOL. And so you sign a contract with an exchange and you return certain fraction of payback as a fee. How exactly does it work? I want people to understand. Let's say I'm paying $100 as a fee, but I have registered through your system, followed your referral link, and I have used your website. Will I receive some payback from these $100? Isn't it the way the payback platforms work? We have them in CIS region as well.
My service name is Clink, and when users sign up under my referral code, I can give them, I can see how much trading fees they make. So it's same in spot, in futures, in like, let's say Binance Alpha, they pay fees to the exchanges and the affiliate. Then I just like I just see how much fees they make, and then I cash back the fees to them in their like, I do internal transfer. I collect their wallet address and give it to like MetaMask, like EVM addresses. Now we are doing CX payback, but like early this year, I was interested in DEX too. So now I onboarded EdgeX and Backpack too. So like this is very easy model because like I get top top commissions in exchanges, I pay back those trading fees back to users. So it's like a win-win strategy.
So previously, there weren't like really that many payback platforms related to crypto. So basically, like all the KOLs were just getting it and not like doing payback. So what he created was just giving back like the most he could to users, because he had like relationship with all the CEXs.
I have a question for Tony. You said that your father was managing, yes, asset manager on Nasdaq. When you just entered the world of crypto, did your father try to warn you about trading with futures? Did he try to dissuade you from using crypto? Because Nasdaq, well, it's something totally different. I think it is the past now. We are youngsters compared to them. We are the new money. All these funds, investments, these are the old money. All these long-term investments, all this crap. And new money is crypto and Web3, all these interesting things. What was the attitude of your father? And also, I have noticed that here in South Korea, when I was in a subway in 2017, there was one elderly woman. She was about 60 years old. She was trading on a Bit exchange. She was doing something. I was so surprised because she looked so old. So here's the question. How popular crypto is in South Korea?
So to address my father first, at first he was like not very much happy about it, obviously, because as you said, like it was back then, like it was mostly it had like such high volatility compared to stock markets. People were losing a lot of money. Like one incident, like where there was like a Korean regulation, and there was like a 80% market crash that day. So back in like 2017-18, it was mostly like Korean market basically led the market. But starting in 2021, there were more institutions coming into crypto, which was when I started trading. But even then, my dad saw like the high volatility, knew it wasn't like a physical assets. So it took a long time for me to persuade him, not just in trading aspects, but also I told him what like crypto could do and how it could change the traditional markets that's currently run by like certain number of institutions and through regulations. But yeah, it's just what I had to do was just persuade him with like constant. I showed him my P&L, and I told him there were like a lot of other ways I could make money on crypto, such as like funding fee rates. There's this thing called kimchi premium, where there's like a price difference between Korean markets and CEXs that's not running in Korean. So like those sort of things were basically risk-free, which it is risk-free right now. So I told him that there are like a lot more ways to make money, not just using derivatives or perps. And in terms of how older generations think about crypto in South Korea, they're still very much they still think it's like gambling. I honestly think, but when like a bull run comes in like 2018, 2021, they suddenly become interested because like all the news talk about it, and their friends like talk about it all the time. But I think it's just like one instance, like 1 year. But when like the bear market comes, they start not paying attention to it that much. It's getting better as there are more news and media is covering the crypto market. But I still think they're not as interested, or they still don't regard crypto as major assets that could be one of their portfolios.
I think that seeing crypto as gambling is really common for people who don't really understand crypto. For example, I joined in 2017. I was living in South Korea, working in construction. I was studying crypto really hard. I was studying different courses, and foundation for my trading was set by Elliott, wave theory. I was studying smart money and levels, candlestick analysis as well. I've read many books. And for me, trading is not a gambling. Gambling for me is slot machines and things like that. So I think that people who call it gambling don't really understand crypto. Well, due to the fact that cryptocurrency market is quite young, we may not think about it as a gambling, but you have seen for yourself this situation with Pump BTC. It's really hard to control this market, and it's really easy to manipulate. I think it will take about 5 to 10 years, it will get regulated, and the situation wouldn't look like Wild West as it does now. Market wouldn't be as jumpy as it is now. I think it will grow, mature, and will start to look more like classic stocks market. What do you currently do? How do you make a living? How do you earn money?
Okay, so I told you that I run a cashback platform. So the main point is that I get higher commission rate from all the exchanges, so I can share more to users. And of course, there's some profit left. And like for EdgeX, for Backpack, and major perp decks or decks, if I onboard them faster than all of other competitors in Korea, then I can get a good volume from them, from my clients, and I can introduce them that this is a good like major perp decks about to come. You can farm points here. Then if the token goes to TGE, then they can get a good profit on their own too. So what I do majorly is just find good exchanges, onboard them first, faster than other competitors, and like introduce it to my followers, my KOLs, then like make a good product together. And of course, I get good volume, then I deal with the exchanges to get a good commission, and I can pay back more. So it's like a win-win strategy. Everyone is happy. So I majorly now I don't do any projects, but I focus on cashback platform. I want to get it global. So I do service in Korea and Vietnam, but I want to spread it to China and Russia so I can pay back more to users.
But I also know that you are a trader. You've got a payback platform, and you also trade personally. How do you choose which cryptocurrencies to trade with? For example, I'm a trader, and I like to trade with breakout strategy. When the asset gets compressed, there is some resistance, and then it shoots out. Respective to shape, I like to trade in this way, quickly. I also got a sport portfolio. Let's talk about spot trading later. So in which manner do you trade? Which cryptocurrencies do you prefer to trade with? Yeah, things like that.
I'm a perps trader myself, so I do like 1 bill, 2 bill volume a month myself. My strategy is to majorly, I short many meme coins and the coins that pump very high, because in my like when I see all these coins like that go like pump and go down, I think the meme coins are not very good to like hold longs. So when something goes up like 100%, 200%, 300%, I see their OIs, like funding rates, like on-chain data, and I see like track the wallets that hold the most of the coins. And if I think someone is like holding all of the meme coins, then I start shorting very slowly. And I see if the coins pump and drop and pump again. So I think it's like a double top. If I see a double top in those meme coins or altcoins, I start shorting when it's very high. I start shorting like a DCA strategy, like maybe like 100K, 200K, 200K, like something like that. And I close my positions when it goes about 40 to 50% crash. And I don't do many longs because I don't like paying funding fees. So I just buy spot. I don't do longs. I just short because if I do DCA, I can get funding fees. And I don't like put all my USDT in one basket, one coin. So I just spread my positions to many coins, but majorly I like shorting.
What was your biggest loss in the market?
Maybe when Solana pumped this year, right? When Trump said something about Solana, it went about $297, $95. I lost 700K in 2 hours. Yes, that was like my biggest loss shorting. I didn't think Solana could go that high, but I knew it's gonna go down because the price was so crazy. So I started shorting when it was $250, but I couldn't like hold the positions because it went too much. So that was like my fault, but I think I should be aware of those kind of big pumps when there's a news. So I don't tend to like trade on the news much. Like if there's a news and the pump is because of the news, I tend to just wait and see how much it goes. Then if there's a top and it falls down and there's another top, I start shorting at the second top. So I learned from that mistake. So now I don't like go like shorting all those pumps. I just wait a little bit and see how much it can go high.
What was your biggest gain?
So my biggest gain was when I shorted Ethereum on the second top. I think it's like 1 or 2 years before. I shorted 20K Ethereum and I gained like 3 million in profit in one position. I think it was my biggest gain. I knew Ethereum would have to correct because it was like record high. So I saw the resistance that it couldn't go more higher than the last time. So I shorted on the second top and I gained profits.
That's a nice win. Since we are already talking about assets prices, which top 5 or top 3 cryptocurrencies you would recommend that are in your portfolio? The ones that you have high hopes for and expect a lot of profit. If you can, please tell which prices you expect them to reach. And if you can, please tell us why.
Now I'm looking to Aster maybe because now everybody is crazy in perpdex. So Aster, I'm looking very toward to it. I know like all of the perpdex are starting to TGE, and many of the perpdex like Lighter and EdgeX, I think they're gonna TGE soon. So I think those coins are bullish too because it's a market trend. So I always think I have to follow the trend. Even I like shorting much, I cannot go like opposite the trend, then I'm gonna lose all my money. So I know what the trend is, I know what the next trend will come, so I short on the coins that already passed the trend. But now I think perpdex is very like popular. I think perpdex coins are gonna go more higher than now. So I think Aster is very great. I think XRP is not bad too because all the altcoins have gone very like 10x, 100x, but I think XRP didn't go that much, so I think there's gonna go pump soon. I think Solana is great too because it recovered very much. After it gone crashing like $130, $50, it recovered very much. And there's like many Solana platforms like DEX, like memecoin platforms, like Solana NFT. So there's many ways we could use Solana. And of course, Solana is backed by US. So those US coins and those perpdex coins, I think it's good. So XRP is like backed by US too. So I think it's good too.
Yesterday, we were talking with market maker of DWF, Andrei Grachev, on the after party that was held in Joseon Palace. That is the name of the hotel. I have asked him the same question, to which assets we should pay attention to, and how we can earn from them. And should we expect growth from coins that had good performance in the previous cycle, like ZK, OP, Arbitrum, Starknet, because they have lost a lot, and they still keep going down. So he said that most of the money will be captured by top 30 or top 50 cryptocurrencies. So it is about 70 or 80% of the volume of money that is on the market. And the 30% of money will go to to coins from top 1000. He didn't answer specifically will it grow or not because, well, nobody knows for sure, right? But when I asked him about general narrative on the market, he told me that Hyperliquid, Aster, as far as I understood from his words, it is better to pay attention to all these new DEX exchanges because this is a new narrative. And I think as well that Aster and Lighter, we believe that they will perform very well. Right now our team makes effort to earn points and we do not plan to sell them on TGE. We're gonna wait until it grows up to the level of the overall market. So you said that you came to the market. You said that you were interested because you had a father in Nasdaq. So you got curious, spent time discussing cryptocurrencies with him. Then it started to work. You showed him P&L. After that everything went smooth. And as far as I understood, you mostly moved to trading with memecoins, right? How do you choose memecoins to trade with? Let's say I have earned on Trump coin $300,000 and then I lost everything on Melania. Basically, I went in Trump coin with $150,000, took profit on $400,000 and lost everything on Melania. I had another good case. I was in Maldives looking at my phone and I saw how CZ was shilling for meme using test token TST. I've bought tokens for $147,000, in a day earned $1.5 million. But these days I look at meme coins with caution because there are millions of them. And 99% of them is scam. So how do you choose meme coins? Maybe you use certain tools? How do you trade with them?
When it comes to meme coin, actually the most money I made in crypto was because of Melania. Actually, the most money I made because when Trump launched, like it was like the first time like such a big name other than like Elon Musk like launched its token, right? And I saw it when it was like $6 and saw it go up to like $80. But most people were just envious and thought this was gonna be like once a lifetime chance. But I didn't look at it that way. What I did was go to BingX and filtered out those that bought over $1 million worth of Trump coins within 10 minutes of its launch, because I thought like those that bought that much amount of money knew that it would like when it first launched, like everyone thought it was hacked, right? But what I thought was like those that bought more than $1 million worth of Trump coin, when most of people weren't sure, like were basically insiders, or knew something that knew that like it was legit project that Trump launched. So what I did was I copied and pasted all the wallets that bought over $1 million worth of Trump coins within 10 minutes of its launch, and then I used bots so that it could signal me when the same wallet bought certain amount of money. So like some days later, I started getting like all the alerts that 8 of the wallets that I put in bots were buying like over 500K worth of this coin, right? 6 out of 8 wallets were doing that. So I went into BingX immediately and copied and pasted the crypto, and it was Melania, right? Like so basically the same guys that were able to invest that much money quickly in Trump coin were buying Melania right after its launch too, right? And we now know that like it was probably insider trading, but back then I saw that and I knew it was a legit. I thought it was a legit project, just like Trump. So without like knowing or searching on X or something, I started buying them. And after like 10 minutes, there was like a X post that it was Melania, and Trump retweeted it, and which it went 10x since I bought it. So that was like the most amount of money I made. But I agree with his thoughts that like over 90% of the meme coins are not legit, and it's gonna be, like $0 in a couple of years. So what like what I do right now is wait for it to be listed in Korean major exchanges like Upbit and Bitsum. Because usually, like when there's like an announcement saying that those coins will be listed on Upbit, that's like the pick of them. Because as soon as there's the announcement comes, there's like a 30%, 40% pump because of this thing called kimchi premium. But usually after that, after it's listed on Korean major exchanges, it goes to where it was previously before 40% hike. So I wait until it gets listed on Upbit, and then I start shorting those meme coins because they have no utility, and the only reason they pumped is because of the news that it's being listed on Upbit. So I wait till it gets listed, and then I short it. Because most meme coins they don't have utility to back that hike.
Okay, so you wait until memecoin get listed on BitHump or Upbit, and you carefully start to short them. What if it is some kind of technological project? Let's say Lighter or some other DEX got listed. Would you follow the same strategy? My subscribers would like to understand how Asian traders work with meme coins and not only with them, and how our subscribers could apply and utilize these strategies to earn money. And this shorting strategy is actually quite interesting. I think it was in 2021 when there were meme coins. If they managed to reach the exchange, they would grow naturally. Nobody was shorting. Everyone who tried to short were basically a fuel for the growth. The more people shorted the asset, the more it grew. It was around 2021. And now situation is the opposite. So you're right. When there's a listing announcement on BitHump, Upbit, or maybe on some other Korean exchange, it hits hard. Price gets pumped immensely and then gradually goes down. But you were talking about meme coins. Could the same strategy be applied to projects like maybe some technological projects that earn money?
I use very different strategy when like a legit project like Lighter or Hyperliquid, which is not listed yet, is listed on Upbit and Bitsum. Like I definitely want short them, but I might consider buying more of them because some Koreans actually know about it, but they don't have a way to buy it because they only have Upbit and Bitsum listed on their like smartphones. So like they want to buy it, but getting like KYC Bybit on like Bybit and Binance and like other exchange platforms outside of Korea it's a difficult task for elderly people. So even if they heard of it or know it, they don't have a way to buy it yet. But once those like legit coins are listed, they even have higher chance of like becoming more popular because more Koreans will buy them. And in terms of the strategy I use, it's very like Korea specific. I'm not sure if like my Korean fellow traders will like it, but if I share like one good strategy only Koreans use, is that once it gets listed on Upbit and Binance, there's like a big difference in terms of spot and derivatives of that coin. Usually like 10% because people buy on spots and then they transfer it, withdraw it to Upbit and Bitsum because it's sold at plus 13%, let's say, when it gets listed. So even if they buy spot at 10% premium price, because they know they can sell it at 12 to 13% higher, they have that 3% gap that they can basically earn risk-free if they hedge, right? So what people do is there's like a 10% price difference, or less than, usually like 5 to 10% price difference of spot and derivatives price once the announcement comes. So they short it in the derivatives and they buy spot of the same amount. Let's say there's like a 5% difference. But so they move spots, they move the crypto that they bought on spot account to Upbit and Bitsum, and once it gets listed, they sell it at like 8 to 10%, right? And while also removing those shorts, so they can earn like 3 to 5% risk-free, basically. This is a strategy that I use.
This is a very good strategy. It allows almost guaranteed profits, and I used it back in 2021. And it happens quite often during listings. Not often, specifically during listings. Thank you for reminding us about it. Maybe later I'm gonna record a separate video where I'm gonna show how exactly it works. Actually, quite many people trade like that. Those who trade for 3 years or more. Yeah, it's a good strategy. Many people curious about this question. What about private chats? Both of you have private communities. Probably you have some public chats that are shared, and probably you also have some private, so-called private chats to where you pull people from the public chats. Take me as an example. I have a chat 45k subs. It's a public chat for everyone. They communicate there. But there are too many posts and messages, and important information might get overlooked. And I pull people from public chat to private chat, a private space where we share with each other. There are mostly people who got big deposit. There are usually people who seeking for special kind of information. We call it whales chat. Do you have chats like that in Korea, and how one can join? And what do you discuss there?
I think it's very much similar to what you just said. We do have like a just general chat, people talking about what they eat, what they buy, but we also have a private group, like same way basically, like either high deposits or like high volume under their referral, where they give like private or like sharp view on something. But the way it runs, I think it's a bit different. Like I think what separates Korean market is that the news are a bit slower because most of the news are mostly in English, right? And KOLs that run those Telegram groups don't speak English that well, right? So the information is a bit slower than what you guys probably get. But I think what Koreans are really good at is doing like really good analysis. Like once they get that information, I think Koreans are best at like what strategies they could use or for like airdrops on like Aster or like Lighter. Like they have like really good accurate prediction because like I think Koreans are like one of the smartest people and they do like the best analysis. So I think I mean in terms of like how it's composed, it's very similar. Like just general chats talking about basic things, daily things, but private groups talking about tradings and like their stop losses, take profit line. But the way it's run, it's a bit different and it's more analytic than other Western groups that I'm in.
And I agree with his perspective because in those groups that we call those really alpha groups, the private chats, when they get the information, they just don't give out like signals long, short, like they give out signals, not only signals, but the analytics that why you have to long, why you have to short. That like, let's say the example is you have to short this because many on-chain data is saying that the tokens are coming into the exchanges because we know that if tokens are coming into the exchanges, it's for selling. So it's like dev sell, hack, something happens in the on-chain data. So they give a reason. Something is happening so short. Something is happening so long. Like we should have a reason to short or long. Like nobody just like tells short 100x because I say so. Like there should be a reason. So we look at the reasons and follow them. They give out the signals because there are reasons. So it's we operate like that in the groups.
Do people pay for access to alpha chats? Let's say I'm ordinary Korean. I'm curious about crypto. Do I have to pay money or do I have to be an influencer? What if I'm just a newbie? I have only 10k. How do I get in? Or maybe I have 100k. Do I have to pay money or someone has to vouch for me? How do you filter out people?
If the chat is real alpha chat, like the informations are real legit, like it's like 90% accurate. If the chat is real alpha chat, it's hard to get inside because every member of the chat should provide some information. Most of them are degens, KOLs. So the real alpha chat is very hard to go inside. It's like invitation only. It's not open. You cannot pay to get inside. They're in the group because they can provide the information on their own. Like everybody is providing information. So that chat is like helping each other chat. So like the other chats that KOLs provide is like secret chats. Many people can go inside if they, let's say, deposit 50K. They pay subscription to the KOLs. They use their referral code, and trading volume is like maybe 10 million, up 10 million in 1 month. There are many requirements, but I think those groups are not that recommended. I think the real alpha chats are not open to the public, so I think that's very hard to go inside.
I've got a question about project studying before investment. Let's take for example Hyperliquid. Let's say TGE hasn't happened yet. What people should pay attention to, aside from reading a paper and look at the investor funds, look at the unlocked tokens and how many tokens team kept for themselves, how much is left for airdrop? How do you find those alpha projects at the very early stage?
I think it depends by chat. So it depends on like which KOL is enrolling. So basically there are like some KOLs that go into depth of like how like there are like KOLs that just like talk about the mechanics and more expert levels stuff. They use like on-chain data only. That's not usually put out on public. Like they themselves do research and upload it in their Telegram group. And there are some chat rooms that basically use other things that are not so technical. And I think it just depends on like group by group, but like most important thing is getting all those information and like joining them together to have like a better understanding and to come up with better strategy. So like for example, yesterday there was like a dump in UX link because of hacking, right?
I think no hacking. I think founder is selling money for coffee.
Even then, like it depends when that happens. Like everyone that was awake at that time knows it happened. But the strategy is like which chat room to focus much on, and because I told you that there are like different types of KOLs that talk about different things. But yesterday, because it was related to hacking, I knew instantly that when those things happen, there's like a really big price differentiation between DEXs and CEXs. And I saw one of the chat rooms talk about that. So since then, I only focused on that chat room. And there were like a lot of strategies that people were talking about it. The one that I used was swapping on DEXs at usually 20% to 10 to 20% lower. And then hedging on Bybit, which was 10% more expensive. So when something happens, like I go into different chat rooms that has like that's most relevant to that incident.
Also, we use like tools like Arcom and some tools that we can see if those CEX and like exchanges, Korean exchanges or major CEX can receive the deposits. Like let's say yesterday, Gate was open to deposit of UX Link and other CEX closed deposits. What I did was I bought UX Link index. I swapped UX Link index. I sent it to Gate and I sold UX Link in Gate because it was like the only exchange that was open at that time. I remember Gate and MEXC was open. So I swapped UX Link index, which was 20% lower than the price in Gate. So I sold it in Gate spot. I sent it in Arbitrum because Arbitrum is fast. So I did it like 4 or 5 times, then it got blocked. So What I want to say is you have to know how this like play works. Where you buy where you buy those the coins, and where you can send it to sell it at a higher price. But you have to do much research. You have to use tools like Arkham and those like websites that tell you that these sites are open to deposit. These sites are closed to withdrawal. So that's where the edge comes from, I think. So I think in crypto, every event, even hacking is an event. So every event, you have to think about how you can earn money from this event. Like people will sell those coins that are affected by the hack or incident, but you have to think the opposite way, how I can earn money through this. Like, because yesterday, everybody was selling index at a price that was like very, very cheaper than compared to CEX. So I think people should have the mindset that I have to earn money in every event. I have to participate. So you have to be ready. So you have to research more. You have to know how to earn money in those events. I think that is the most important thing. You cannot rely on the KOLs to tell you what to buy, what to sell. You have to do the research yourself. You have to know these tools. You have to know how to be ready when the event comes, because crypto, there's events every day, every month. So you have to be prepared if you want to earn money, because there are very many ways you can earn money in crypto.
I have my own Telegram channel where I share my thoughts. So yesterday on DWF party, I have noticed that OG coin, also known as 0G, it went down greatly, $3.06. So I bought it, let the guys in my Telegram channel know, and I'm not really calling to do anything, just sharing opinions. Sometimes I record a video, sometimes make a photo of my food, I share my lifestyle, I show how I live, and I do it for 6 years already. And today that coin has grown a little, and so right now during this recording, it costs around $6, plus 100% already. So I help the people, they are grateful, they shake my hand, they love me. But as a trader, I make tens of thousands of deals a year. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I exit through the stop loss. In the past, I have bought Starknet for $2.50, and now it costs 10 cents. I have invested in Starknet about $2 million, now almost nothing left. And when these things happen, people start to blame me. They start to say that I have pushed them into it, that I had it recommended, though I don't share financial advice on my Telegram, merely my thoughts. But here is the thing. When people make money through your advice, you're a good guy. And when they lose money, you're a fag. Do you have something like that in South Korea?
I think as someone who's just started running like a Telegram group as well, like the biggest reason why I was afraid to start those like channels was because like the hatred I would get when I get a trade wrong, or like the amount of money that people that just follow my my like thesis, or when it goes wrong, like the amount of loss that people will experience will hurt them. Well, I think it's just you need to view it as like every decision is like their own, like the main reason why I run the group is not because I just want to like make money out of the posts that I upload. It's just it's just me giving my thoughts, and I think it's like same as news. Like when people buy after they see like an event on a news, and the price doesn't go that way, they don't like fault the news for it, right? It's just because like every decision is made their own. And when it comes to how like people react when something goes in the opposite way of like not the way that I uploaded it, like I think it's like the same reaction. There are like really famous KOLs in Korea that also upload their like thesis, but when it goes wrong, like their chats as well are usually like very, very dirty. But I think what they do right now these days, they don't like usually upload like right after, or before they buy something, they just say what like project they're looking at and the reason why he or she thinks it has a bright future without like buying it. So he just gives like general ideas and why and the reasons for why he's bullish on it without like purchasing it. So maybe that's like a strategy that some KOLs in Korea use.
Why so many KOLs in South Korea prefer to stay anonymous? What is the reason? Were there any incidents when subscribers have attacked their influencers? Or it is because they are cautious about government coming to them and pressuring about the taxes? What is the reason? Why majority of the influencers prefer to stay anonymous?
I think it's both, right? Because being anonymous makes you stay like apart from the government, from tracking your bank funds or the money you made from crypto, because they will want to tax it or they will want to look into the funds. So that's one reason. One reason is that they want to stay apart from the government, and reason number two is if they post something and their users, their followers follow the positions and they get wrong, then they'll lose money and they're afraid that they will come to their house or like wait for them in the airport and attack them. Because there was one incident I remember, like past 4 or 5 years before, one streaming internet BJ get attacked in their house, in his house by their user, I think follower. They wanted their money. They robbed their house. So when the news came out, many KOLs, many influencers wanted to hide where they live, what their face looks like, because I think it's a bit dangerous. Not really dangerous, but they're worried that they are gonna get robbed, they're gonna get attacked. They don't wanna like show their wealth outside. I think it's how Korea is. Yeah.
And to add like one more reason, I think like they don't have any incentives to reveal their lifestyles in like open spaces, because as I said, like right now in South Korea, crypto is regarded as gambling. So like even if they open up their lifestyle and faces like online, they're not perceived as great in traditional channels and media. So they don't have any incentives to open and come up in like the traditional media, because people that view it would just think of it as promoting gambling.
Here's an interesting question. Since you are working with many exchanges, do you get paid by exchanges when customer that you have brought gets liquidated on perps? Do you get money for it?
That's why I list in my website only the legit exchanges. Now I have Binance, Bybit, BingX, BitGet, OKX, and EdgeX Backpack. So those exchanges I think they are very legit. In Korea, exchanges should have a travel rule from a license from the government for people to like avoid of the tier 5 exchanges that don't require KYC, that like your funds will be very in danger. So I don't list those exchanges on my website. I tend to list the legit ones on my website. So those exchanges, you already know, don't give out additional benefits to affiliates, even if my clients or my users get liquidated. I don't get any benefits from that because I don't list those scammy exchanges on my website. So I tend to think about how I can help users, not I can rip off users. So that's what I do.
Guys, this was my first interview with the international KOLs. All links gonna be in description. Please hit the like and recommend this video. Please write your questions that I should ask other international influencers. Please suggest the questions, which topics you are interested in. Well, I think that's it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.